them the most.
Yeah, this is the strength of Ayurveda, because it approaches you as an individual with individual feelings. Yeah, so everything is based. Let's say we start a detox program thinking you as an individual. We come and ask you, how are you feeling? Are you feeling heavy? Are you feeling light? Are you feeling hot? Are you feeling cold? Are you dehydrated or excessively hydrated? Let's say you have water retention, that kind of stuff. So, and then we start looking at what kind of detox you are in need, and it's all based on those feelings that I mentioned in the beginning. Every cell is a feeler, like your whole body is a feeler. And let's say if you're feeling, let's say I've got excess heat, what does it mean? You might have skin disorders. You might feel, that you sweat a lot, and you've got, problems of, of heat in excess heat in many ways. Let's say you've got redness and pungency, and body odor or something like that. So then we would do a cooling detox, or just diet and lifestyle regime. Or if you're a cold person all the time and you suffer, and you can never get warm, so then we'd create you a detoxing program that really kind of enhances that body's ability to withhold heat. Yeah,
Great. So just moving on, if you talking of integrating Ayurveda in a way that's meaningful to people and doesn't feel like it's unattainable, if you could ask your clients to make one change, maybe to their daily routine or their lifestyle or their diet, what would be your number one tip for people?
Oh, I like this. Early light dinners. I'm just going to remember everyone, early light dinner. I think the worst habit that we created now in modern society is that we eat too late. Yeah. So late eating is stops the body doing what it should be doing at night. Yeah. So you should replenish, you should lower down inflammation, you should detoxify at night, as I said. But if you have food in your stomach when you go to sleep, everything goes into reverse. Yeah. So you won't have deep level nourishment. Consequently, you might have cravings and wake up hungry in the morning. Yes, you shouldn't feel hungry first thing when you wake up. But then, and then your lymphatic system is unable to drain the toxins out of you. And food processing in the body increases body heat. So instead of lowering down the inflammation at night, you increase inflammation. So you're not nourishing your properly, you're not detoxifying, and you're inflaming your body. And consequently, you wake up puffy, with pain and, stiff in the body. You might have brain fog and, emotional upheavals are, then on the daily menu. So it really is that kind of thinking that 5 or 6 o'clock is kind of the latest we should eat. And, if you eat anything after that, that should be really kind of baby food, almost pureed liquid food. That said, that's an ideal. Yeah, then everyone's got different lives, and Ayurveda is about being adaptable. Yeah, so if you have to go out of the natural rhythms, what the body would like to do, there is also a chance for that. So anyone who has a shift work or just has children, that might be just kind of that interrupts it. But there's always a way of finding a balance. But really kind of the first thing I always say, is it possible that you eat earlier and lighter and have lunch as your main meal? And you should never skip lunch. You can skip breakfast or dinner, but lunch should never be skipped. But yeah, early light dinner, ideal.
Great. Thank you very much.
LD, sorry.
I think if we got a couple of minutes just to...
2 more minutes, yeah.
Some questions?
Yeah.
Would anybody like to ask some questions? Anu, we've got a tent in the retreat zone, but I think you're quite booked up this afternoon, Anu. So if you want to ask anything, now's the chance.
Yeah. I don't know if this is part of it, but what are your thoughts on intermittent fasting?
I love it. I absolutely. And early light dinners is exactly what that promotes. It's small intermittent fasting means really not snacking. Yeah. So 3 meals a day and then eating early lunch. So if you eat, say, let's say 5 o'clock, and the next time you eat is in the morning around 9, you've fasted for 16 hours. And that's a fantastic way of recovering from anything. Really, you should start from there. So giving the body time at night to do what it needs to do, and all you need to do is sleep. Yeah. So, but yeah, there are those couple of moments, like hours in the evening. You think, oh, I'm just getting a bit too hungry now. And that's, again, I've found myself that it's, again, been a really nice mind game for myself to understand that hunger isn't pain. And if I can't stay without eating for 2 hours in the evening when I feel that hunger comes, that's not very good, you know. Because it is really something that I kind of always try to advise people to really study that feeling of hunger and say, kind of come to understand it's actually a good thing that you feel hungry, yeah, for a little bit of moment, because it means that your digestive system is working then, yeah. So yeah, and when you go down to sleep around 10 o'clock preferably, liver kicks in at that time and it starts deep nourishing you on a deep level. Your hunger usually goes away, because then you're kind of having another meal at night whilst you sleep. So if you just kind of struggle a couple of hours, a little bit with the hunger, that's just a good thing, yeah? It creates mental stamina.
And you didn't touch on the doshas. I wonder if it's worth mentioning the doshas.
Yeah. So we diagnose, we look at disease, and we look at everything in terms of 3 bioenergies, meaning 3 energies that govern every function of our bodies. And by body, I mean every single living entity has 3 energies that has to be there for life to exist, yeah? So one of them creates movement, one of them creates change, and one of them creates cohesion. So they are called Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, yeah? So every single living cell has to have circulation, so to, you know, bring nourishment in from through cell membrane. Then Pitta energy changes it into energy, the nourishment, and turned into energy, like fire burns. Pitta means fire. And then Kapha holds the structure together, yeah, so the cell stays strong. So every single living cell in your body has Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. And then you have 50 trillion cells in your body, and every cell being an individual, and that makes you your individual makeup. So that is your nature, called Prakriti in Ayurveda. And then that gives you your tendencies and susceptibilities, the way your body behaves, your in mind and body. Yeah.